Sweet,
2 weeks
bro.
of season 3 already, or season 2 already.
Yeah,
Damn.
that sounds about right. Sounds about right. We're live. We're live on Twitch now, by the way. Just a heads
Hi,
up.
live. All right, take us away, Daddy-O.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Drunkscussions. Today I'm joined with Paul and Logan. Thank you guys so much for joining Drunkscussions podcast. What are you drinking on today, Logan?
I've got some Bush Light with the special edition. You know, it's got the camo
Ooh.
on it, and it's got
For when
you
you go
know, a
hunting.
little bit of orange, Yeah, for when you go hunting, exactly.
Deers love the smell of brew. What are you drinking on, Paul?
I got some Smoke Wagon bourbon, boys.
Yeah. Did you guys
Crack into that bad boy?
Yeah, I'm drinking a new beer called Blue Point. This is the Imperial Sunshine Ale Key Lime. It's 10% alcohol by volume, which is crazy.
So it's an IPA.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. It tastes like key lime. It's not bad. You guys play the lottery? $1.5 billion?
I saw that, but you have less chances now to win than you would when it was at a lower number.
Right. I mean, either way, your chances of win are dog shit, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Even if it was $1
No,
million.
I didn't. I should have, but I didn't enter. No.
Drawing's tonight, right?
I think so.
Well, Friday night. I don't know.
Well, someone's a billionaire when they wake. Well, millionaire because they take like half the winnings for taxes.
Would you take the installment payments?
Yes,
Yes.
always.
30 years of it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd take the annuity 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, for sure. Would you tell anyone?
Absolutely. No.
I'd probably tell like my parents and Mina. That'd be about it.
Yeah. We'll know if you want it because your entire, like, you'll be like, guys, guess what? I got the 4090 Crossfire. You won't believe it. I spent 22 grand on a computer.
Yeah, if I suddenly have a Lamborghini Urus.
out of all cars, though, that's what you're going with?
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
Lauren asked for one. She was like, it's a mom SUV. I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
600 horsepower, right? I wouldn't trust Lauren and your baby in that. Hell no.
It's got like an 11-second quarter mile, I think.
That's it.
Which doesn't sound crazy, but for an SUV.
Did you say that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus, man.
Isn't the Model
For
X
an SUV?
faster? And that's an SUV,
Well, it's because
right?
it's electric, so they have more instant torque. So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's going to be faster on those quick, shorter quarter miles or, whatever. But
All right.
As long as they can grip the road.
we got some interesting topics to talk tonight about, don't we, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
but what did
shocking
you...
news that were lied today, too. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But today, what did you guys get into today?
Nothing much. I did
You
a
guys
little bit
played
of
Call
work.
of Duty, didn't you? You guys
I
played
did a little
COD.
bit of work this morning, and then when I got off work, got on and played Call of Duty for a couple hours, and then here we are.
Nice.
I was recovering from last night because somehow I drank half a bottle of rum, and yeah, that was about it.
How does that? You feel great today, though, don't you?
Yeah, I went out and played some soccer, and watched a soccer game while I was out there and burned off all of it. So I feel fine now.
I was
Not too
watching some
bad.
foosball, and I did a bourbon tasting with some buddies at their house. So it was fun. Fun Saturday. I did work this morning as well too, Logan. So you're not the only one that worked today.
No, sucks to suck, bitches. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's roll that intro.
What happened was we got caught up in a drunk discussion, and then he burned the bacon.
Where we talk about everything and know nothing.
You know what I mean? So it kind of seems like a win-win-win.
Here's Gerald.
Here's
Telling everybody I'm dead.
Just draw a dick on it. It's not offensive. It's a dick. Everyone's got a dick nowadays.
Dude, tell me more, because I don't know anything about it.
Oh, a flapper's a 1920s dancer, you motherfucker.
Got a lot of bagels. I like my bagels. Chug 30.
Cheers. Salud.
I mean, this shit's free, right? Monday morning. Chime on in.
Tranquility Base here.
Discussions.
The Eagle has landed.
We are back. So a lot of interesting things have happened in the past 2 weeks with Twitter. Elon Musk buying it out. What was it, 8 months ago, he posted on Twitter, he was like, $40 billion would solve world hunger, and then instead of solving world hunger, he bought Twitter for the same price. And then our favorite rapper slash Christian slash Black Jew, Yee, formerly, Kanye, decided to come out and say, kind of anti-Semitic shit is kind of the best way of doing it. But he's playing the ignorance card and saying, technically, the first blacks were Jews. So he's allowed to say that. Which there's some crazy things that have happened surrounding that. A lot of brands have dropped them. You can go get Yeezys at the Dollar Tree now for $1.25.
Quite the
figure.
opposite. Yeezys have gone up in price because he was dropped by all shoe companies. All of his shoes that are on the market now have skyrocketed in secondary market.
Yeah, but realistically, why would you ever buy a fucking ugly ass Croc?
Actually, yeah.
No, I'm
those are-
curious though, because I have. By the way, I don't know if I should advertise this application. I don't see why not. There's one called StockX. If you
Yeah.
guys seen that?
Yeah.
So like the resale market on StockX, they do clothing, electronics. Like you can get a graphics card on there during COVID kind of stuff. So like, but I'm curious now how much
Yeezys
Yeezys are
are.
going for. Nike Air Yeezy 2 October release. All right, I want to show you this just so you know I'm not making it up. These are the numbers.
Is that
It's
$11,000?
backwards.
$15,000.
I didn't think about that. 15K for a US men's size 10 for these Yeezys.
Does it come in men?
You come in enough for all of us.
Gave your balls a
But
tug to
honestly,
tip up.
though, these ones are very expensive. These came out in October. But comparing these numbers to before all this went down, the rest of them look pretty comparable.
Right.
Like the same 15 grand in zone, or
No,
No.
like two to 300 for like the
Mhm.
Yeezy Boost 350s.
oh, okay.
Used or new?
New. I
Oh,
mean,
shit.
they're not. They haven't been worn, obviously, but like a lot of these are collectors, so like people buy them and never wear them.
So
Right.
stupid.
I never got into the shoe hype game, but it seems like a fun hobby that I would love. I probably shouldn't with the amount of other hobbies I have.
Yeah, be bourbon.
Look at these are so
Bourbon.
ugly though. I don't think
Addiction,
it'll.
hobby, whatever.
I don't think it'll clearly show this on camera, but you know what I'll do? I'll send you this picture really quick so you guys can see it.
What are you
But
talking
some
about?
of these
So, like-
Yeezys, like I don't know how they were selling in the first place, if I'm honest.
I think the thing that killed me during all of this is that after Adidas dropped, which you happen to be wearing an Adidas hat, Connor, I think it's funny. But
It's in
after
black,
Adidas
too.
dropped,
Jewish black.
I hate you. But after they dropped him, he went to Skechers, and Skechers actually escorted him off of their property.
You know
Oof.
how fun that would be
Oof.
as a security guard, being like, I get to fucking walk Yeezy boy Yee out of here.
You know, I feel like he did not use the right words to say what he was trying to say.
Well, the thing is he
and I
had
think you have to
multiple
be.
times to fix himself, and he didn't. Like, he went on to multiple talk shows and still didn't, like, get his point across correctly, I guess, though.
But they can edit it as much as they want and make it seem like he said whatever they want.
This
So
is on
like,
a live.
does it really matter? I know, but I'm saying, does it really matter? Like, he may have initially messed up what he said. He didn't say what he meant to say. Or he might have just gotten emotional about it, which, knowing Kanye, I don't think that would be completely unreasonable to say
No,
he might have
the
gotten
man-
emotional.
The man's emotions do get the best of him. But, you know, he's still a millionaire, so, I mean, he's fine. He's got a fucking 250 whatever thousand acre ranch out there in Montana, like, that he can go fucking hog wild on. I mean, is
He's
he
kinda-
really hurting? No.
He's been on a decline though for the past 2 years.
Has he, though?
Yeah,
I
look
think
at
we
everything with
think of
Kim and all
Yeah,
of.
but all of that adds to revenue to him because he's getting popular. I mean, there's no such thing as negative publicity. I'm sorry, there's really not. All of this is going to somehow benefit him, where he'll end up making some type of a money off. I think that's true.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
What do you think about
yeah.
the $8 blue check marks on Twitter now?
I
gosh.
thought what Elon said to AOC was funny, but it was kind of fucked. Did you guys see that?
No.
So she was pretty much saying like, oh, you have to pay for free, freedom of speech. It doesn't exist anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then Elon tweeted back at her saying, no, you can still, post what you want and it's free, but you got to pay your $8 or you have to, pay your $8 or whatever it is for your blue check mark to be verified. And then at the end of it said ... like pay your dues. It's like she hadn't paid her dues yet. He's like, pay your dues.
I don't think he realized what he was getting himself into when he went to go buy Twitter.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
No, I mean he's not well known for his social skills, I wouldn't say.
No,
He's not a charismatic person.
No.
He's not, I mean, he can hold a conversation, but he's not like
he's
Steve
autistic,
Carell,
isn't he? He's
or
autistic.
you know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know.
He is kind of like an autistic. I mean, he is autistic, right?
He's kind of, yeah, he is.
He is. He's definitely autistic. He has no people skills whatsoever, and he has an abundance of money that he doesn't know what to do with. He spends $42 billion on Twitter, and then realizes Twitter for the past few years have been basically in the red. And he's like, oh shit, how do we go ahead and get money? Best thing to do, lay off everyone, which he did, right? And then he was like, we're going to have to start charging. And the problem that I think is going to end up happening out of this is he's going to be in a position like Mark Zuckerberg, right? Facebook makes a lot of their money. Google makes all of their money selling people's data. And data's pretty cheap, but when you have a large database of people that are using it, he's going to sell that data. And that's going to be the best way for him to make revenue, but also realistically,
weren't they already though? The Twitter was already selling data.
Twitter's already selling data, but yeah, but he's probably going to put it in a position where he's able to sell, a little bit more data. I mean, it depends on what terms and conditions start coming across the board and privacy policies start coming in. If there's new privacy policies and terms and conditions that pop up in my email, I'm going to assume he's going to go ahead and, start selling a little bit more than what Twitter was normally doing.
But I mean, so I'm just ignorant in this topic, right? So when he originally went to go buy it, he overpaid for all of the shares, which increased the value of the share though, because that's what he was paying for it. So has the value of Twitter since he's bought it gone up?
No, there is no value anymore because Twitter's a private held company. It's no longer
he
traded.
Took it off the market. Yeah. Oh shit.
So there is no more shares. So he's 100% owner of this company now. There is no board members. There's no chairman. He is basically running it. And I don't know. He definitely, and he always has. He has always had ulterior motives behind what he's doing. I mean, look at Dogecoin when he fucking pumped and dumped that. Look at the Boring Company. Why he put the Boring Company into play is to stop fucking high-speed rails from being produced, right, across the country. He was like, he's wanting, everything that he's done is essentially to make sure automobiles are still here, right? He's saying, oh, look, we're going to go ahead and instead of high-speed transportation, he wants to make sure that his cars are able to function inside the boring tunnels. But again, that hasn't really, it was supposed to be done in 2023. You're supposed to have transportation in these tunnels, and it's basically non-existent anymore.
Right. And I mean, he did the same thing when he was originally, was it AOL that he originally, how he got his money, he was a part of or something, or PayPal. He was originally part of PayPal and then sold his PayPal for his money. And I mean, PayPal's kind of like now. And then he bought, Tesla. He didn't invent Tesla, he bought Tesla. And I mean, Tesla's grown, but I don't think it's doing nearly as well as when he first took over. So I mean, some things I think are stagnant in his buying capability. So we'll see. I don't know. Twitter could have a boom. It could. Do I see it happening? No, but it could.
But I think his goal isn't to take. I don't think he's gonna say, okay, Twitter is what it is. I bought it for what it is, and this is what it will always be. He's got a mindset where he's gonna take that and run with it as far as he possibly can. So like, you're gonna have banking on Twitter. You're gonna have you could think of it. He's gonna try to put it on Twitter. You want to buy and sell cars on Twitter? We're gonna bring a trailer from the internet, and we're gonna put that on Twitter. You want IKEA on Twitter? Easy. Let's go ahead and buy IKEA and put that on Twitter so that you can, when you go on Twitter, you can tweet, or you can go buy IKEA furniture. Like, obviously, I'm not Elon. All right, these are my ideas, and they're probably terrible as far as the market's concerned. But the point is, he's gonna take it and run with it. It's not
fair.
just gonna be the Twitter of today.
I would love to see the meeting between the Swedes and Elon when he comes in and he's like, "I'd like to buy Twitter. Or not Twitter. I'd like to buy IKEA. Here's $100 billion." And they look at him and they're like, "Ergen, Flurgen, Durgen," and they're like, "No, this ain't gonna happen." That's about as accurate as it gets from what I've heard.
But
okay?
couldn't he theoretically do like a hostile takeover like he already did with Twitter? He just has to buy their shares for a higher number, all the shares, and he is now majority leader. And next thing you know, he owns that company.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but
he
the
could do
thing
that.
is,
If he has the money and the capability, he could do that with whatever company he wants. If it's
Unless he
public.
loses all of it in Twitter. But
But didn't he buy Twitter for that money and he's still the richest man?
yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. That's scary sad, isn't it?
I mean, if he loses, say, $1 billion a year on Twitter, it's not really gonna phase him.
I mean, all he
So-
has to do is liquidate all the property that Twitter owns, and then what?
Run it out.
Like,
of
I'm not
his-
even talking about the idea of the
Run for
company
president.
itself, like all the people and everything that you could lay off before. But if all he did was sell all of the commercial property that he has, he'd probably be okay.
What is today? The 5th. So this is coming out on Monday. That's math 7th, right?
Yes, that's yes.
Okay.
5 plus, yeah.
All right. So I want to put this out here for our Monday listeners. Tomorrow opens up voting, right? Go vote. Vote for whoever. It's freedom of voting, but fucking vote.
Agreed. Go vote.
Make sure Yi is a governor somewhere. I'd love to see the business that man's able to do. Just write his name into the ballot, okay?
You're driving me crazy. His name is Ye.
I thought it was Yi.
I'm losing my mind over here.
Is it Ye?
Are you doing it on? Are you doing it on purpose?
No, is it Ye or Yi?
Yes, it's Ye. Kanye. Ye.
Kanye, yay.
Did he like legally change his name to Ye?
No,
No, it's just his nickname. People would just call him Yay.
That's so fucking stupid.
his name is Yi Yi.
You
Speaking
were
of,
saying Yeezy, and I was like, that's a whole different rapper, bro.
that's, I was thinking Yi, like as in Yeezy or Yeez. Wait, what's the fucking shoe called?
Yeezy.
Those are
Yeezy.
Yeezys.
You're right. You're right about that.
So that's why I was thinking Yi. I thought it was Yi. Yi sounds funnier than Ye.
Yee, yay, yeah.
Whatever happened to Snoop Dogg when he changed his name to Snoop Lion? Why
He
do
went
you
back to Snoop Dogg, I think.
why do you get rid of
he
it?
didn't, because he wasn't sticking with reggae. He did Snoop Lion when he was doing reggae.
Oh, he was like a brief stun of reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He had some reggae songs.
It was a good
Which
time.
some of them were pretty good. I
Some
won't
of them
lie.
were pretty good. This
Hmm.
is true. I mean, I kind of like Snoop Lion though. I don't know. I kind of dig Snoop Lion.
Okay, so this year, of course, I started paying more attention to football.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
about time.
I know. And then my team went 2-6, and now I don't give a fuck. So
Season's
I'm
not
kinda-
over yet, dude.
well, no, but I've been leaning more into. Obviously, I'm gonna keep track. Like, if the Panthers do well, I'll be happy. If they do poorly, I won't be surprised.
There's no
Um,
doing well from this season so far.
But either way, I mean, so I've been looking more at basketball, and UNC has their first game on Monday, which I'm very excited about because UNC basketball brings me life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
Until
um,
they lose, because Kentucky or Duke beats them.
Stop. Don't you put that evil on me. I won't stand for it. No, but and so I was kind of been looking at like sports news and stuff like that, and I wanted to know if you guys had heard of this guy called Victor Wembanyama.
Is that the dude that's like 7 whatever? They guess his age. Isn't that they're
He's
guessing he's
8.
between 15 and 24?
Victor Bain, your mama?
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
He's 18, 7'4".
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he doesn't
has-
have to jump to dunk. He just reaches in.
Is
He has an 8-foot wingspan.
Is he black?
He's French, but
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
He's French.
So they call him tripod.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
No, if you look at him though, like it's incredible how long his arms are.
Does he
I
look
don't-
18?
He doesn't know. The thing is they guess because I guess there was some issues with because he's where he was born and how his birth certificate or something. they guessed his name. I watched an interview on this on ESPN. He'd be the tallest NBA player ever if he joins the league. He's working with multiple ex-NBA stars to work on his like maneuverability, because when you're that tall, you're usually it's a disorder. What is it? Gigantism disorder
Gigantism.
Gigantism. So it's harder for some people with that disorder in the NBA to stay there in longevity wise because of their bones and their muscles and the amount of. And you have a lot of games. How many games are in a season, Logan?
86, I think.
86 games. I mean, that's
82.
a lot of games to be playing, and on those joints and stuff, dunking and jumping. But he doesn't have to jump. He just has to reach up and pop that boy in.
It's definitely
the
a
thing
cheat
that's
code.
the reason like LeBron James like was talking so much about him. Rudy Gobert is talking about him, who's another Frenchman who's very tall. He is a shot creator. He can dribble. He hits step back threes. He plays
What?
above the rim. Like he was described by LeBron James as a generational talent. So like we could see him take over the league, basically.
But wasn't that supposed to happen with Taco, and that never happened with Taco?
Taco Fall went to Spain, I think it is.
Yeah.
And he is, or maybe
Yeah.
China. No, he went to China.
China. He's
And
killing
he is
it.
dominating.
But in the
everyone.
NBA, he did not dominate.
There's 82 games in a season.
Yeah, he did not dominate in the NBA, though. Sometimes those bigger guys, like I said, since the game is so fast-paced now, and we can all agree on that, the game has changed. It is much more fast-paced. It's harder for some of those really, really big, tall guys to keep up in tempo with that game, especially at that level, because it's a lot of back and forth. There's rebounds, missed shots, recoveries. And this big man at 8 running up and down, like, whew, I don't know how he'd be able to do it. I don't see him doing it like that unless he really slims down and gets with some personal trainers to be able to be agile and have good cardio while doing it.
Is he
Have
thick?
you seen him?
He's huge.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, he's huge. I watched the thing on ESPN on him. Yeah.
Victor
He is-
Wembanyama.
I don't think he could get any slimmer.
But you know what I mean? Like, not like, I'm talking more like Kevin Durant. He's like the Slim Reaper. Like, he's fast. He's agile.
What Victor looks like.
Victor looks a little bit more beefier than KD.
I don't know, bro.
But regardless, that would change the game. Because, I mean, imagine with his hands up. Harden, even with his crazy step back, and say that he bid on it, all he had to do is put his hands up, and he's still blocking that shot.
Yeah, I mean his wingspan is 8 feet. So
Right.
you add an extra 4 feet onto where his
His height.
shoulders sit.
He
You
can
know.
touch.
Yeah.
He can touch your taillight and your headlight at the same time.
You want to know a crazier stat? This man can palm. Right now, how he palm a basketball with 2 fingers.
That's
His
fucking
pinky and his
stupid.
thumb. He can palm the ball, pick the ball up.
How long do you think is Victor Wembanyama's fingers?
Dude, I feel like they've got to be like a foot long. I swear.
It's salad fingers,
They've
Oh god.
gotta be.
rusty spoons.
Oh god.
No, I was just because I was watching this interview with him in it, and he's like holding his hands like this, and his fingers are like as long as his head is big. Like it's his whole like
His
one
whole head.
Look, my hand is like my head, right? But his finger is like his head.
It's kind of creepy.
It's insane.
It would really be bad if he had 1 ply toilet paper.
Well, hello, colon check.
No, he's fucking touching his heart through his ass. Jesus.
No, that's a long way to go. Damn.
Let's
No,
take
I
a
think if
shot.
he works with like yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, drink. Actually, we do have to cheers and drink one for a homie.
Who died?
I know. You don't know. You guys didn't hear the news. This just came out today, so our listeners are probably just getting fresh info on it come Monday. We don't have a lot of info on it yet, but one of my childhood stars, most of our childhood stars, passed away today at the age of 34. Aaron Carter is no longer with us. Like I love candy, or I want candy. I used to jump on the bed with my buddy, like Sean, at like 4 and 5 years old, listening,
Grabbing
to
each other's butt cheeks.
it. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh wait, hold on. That's not where I thought that was going.
$20 is $20. No, But no, dude, I mean, it's sad. It's sad seeing a lot of our stars that we were, infatuated with growing up. And it was really, I think what hurt me more is people are already jumping to the conclusion of OD. And it's because he was sober for a little while. He got better. Like he was having a problem. And then it seemed like he was making an improvement upon his life. And I mean, all it takes is one time, but we don't know. All we know is that he drowned in his bathtub, which sounds kind of sus, but I guess coroner will do an autopsy and figure out how he died. I don't know if his family's going to release it.
This is really weird, though.
It just happened.
But I looked at the news and like, here's the first one that came up. I opened up the article and it just the whole article is this: singer-rapper Aaron Carter found dead at 34 in Southern California home, authorities say. That's the whole thing.
He was found dead in the bathtub, is what this is CNN, is what I'm looking at. Spokesperson for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department told CNN they responded to a call for help at Carter's Lancaster, California home on Saturday morning around 11 a.m. local time, where a deceased person was found in the scene. He was in his bathtub. But they go into it. It says the singer opened up in 2019 in an episode of The Doctors about his battle with multiple mental health issues, including multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia, acute anxiety, and manic depression. There is no reason that never mind. That's not part of it. I hate how fucking news articles are like, yeah, we'll put this ad right in the middle, but they make it look like the article. I was like, what's this about a toaster oven? That's not part of it.
Well, if it's involved in the bathtub, who knows?
Oh, remind me. Continue. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's basically it. They don't say anything about OD, but then again, this is
people
7 hours ago.
Jumping to it already. They're like, oh, he OD'd or oh, he killed himself. So we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Why do we got to jump to that?
But you know why? Because he's had multiple arrests on like drug-related charges.
And the whole thing
For
with his
marijuana.
guns. You guys heard about that, right? Too.
What?
He had a bunch of guns. This is years back, and his family filed a complaint because like he threatened his family, and he had like a fucking SUV full of his guns, and then it was saying like the government and people aren't going to take them, and I mean they took him because he had mental illness, but still like he was threatening his family because they were trying to tell him like he couldn't own firearms.
This right here is the saddest shit of all. Carter is survived by his 11-month-old son, Prince.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, on lighter news, did you hear about the Illuminati and what they did to Ye?
Thank you.
Make what?
So Ye was dropped.
Ye.
Again. Yeah, Ye.
Logan is going to lose his shit. He's
So
like, put some respect on the man's name, damn it.
the Illuminati officially chose to end partnership with Ye.
I needed that.
He's drinking because of you.
Slam at a bush light. Oh, fuck. Anyways, the article that I found on this is
Wait.
beautiful.
Wait, the Illuminati isn't just going to come out and be like, hey, guess what? We're an actually real organization, and we decided to drop Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see that. No, it's some spoof. Come
No,
on.
absolutely. This is 100% real. Hatred has no place in this secret society. Since our establishment in 1789, air quotes, when shape-shifting lizards waged a covert group to replace the founding fathers, our consortium has been committed to the progress and cultivation of a community in which we are all safe to be manipulated into believing the puppet leaders we've instilled. We support equal fucking L in our clandestine world domination, which is why we hate speech such as West. It's so disturbing to us specifically. We at the Illuminati work so hard to avoid discrimination when distributing tracking chips developed by Bill Gates via the coronavirus vaccine. Mind you, I'm reading this from the New Yorker. Do not tag this fucking podcast, please. Our decision to terminate our relationship with West does not come lightly. As we have been working closely with him for more than 20 years, ever since our director of inclusion and outreach, Jay-Z introduced him to us. We are saddened that West's dangerous and regressive statements have forced us to end our association with him after years of mutually profitable collaboration, from using his music to activate Russian sleeper agents and spread demonic messages, to using 5G signals to program citizens who have consumed fluoride to think that Yeezy designs are cool. The losses to our treacherous fraternal confederacy will be great, but we will find what's important and right to do. We here at the Illuminati hope that our actions will serve as an example to all the dithering masses of sheeple we control as they go about their days under the illusion that they have free will. Although we traditionally operate behind the scenes, we know that we could not stay silent and allow West's prejudiced comments to remain uncontested. We applaud the other crass capitalist organizations that eventually took a stand against West's bigotry, and we hope that more will follow suit. No one should tolerate West's harmful comments. The Illuminati firmly believes that all evil should be done in secret. I think this is real.
No.
On that note, for real, check your phones right now, please. And when you said the thing about the Yeezy designs being cool, this is one of those Yeezy designs.
Yeah, dude, the Yeezy foam runners. Those are the shit, bro. I had kids that would wear those to practice. They are so comfortable. I'm sorry, they might be ugly, but they are the most comfortable shoes I've put on. I know you guys are hating me.
It's a fucking
now.
croc.
Logan's death staring me. But dude, they're comfy AF.
It looks like a beluga whale sperm.
Yeah, because you know what that looks like, that dork and all.
You think these look good?
Okay, I never said they look good. I said they feel good.
The Illuminati is clearly working.
So you're basically saying it's a moped.
Hold on. Back to the Illuminati thing. One, whoever wrote that needs a Pulitzer.
Fucking love this. Let's see if the article writer's on.
Could you imagine? They probably had a collaboration of guys that were there. They're like, hey, let's like really fuck with people and like go at this. And they sat down and wrote this out. Could you imagine, one, how drunk they were or high they were, and how many times they shit themselves laughing that they're going to make this public?
The author is a Skylar Higley. She's wrote multiple articles, such as Tips for White Liberals Who Want to Be Anti-Racist During Black History Month. A half-true list of all the things I got done while Instagram was down. Black History Facts. Yeah, Black History Facts. You think you might be true because your school never taught you Black history. I gotta click on that one.
I mean, that's fair.
No.
That's very fair. Most schools don't.
Oh shit! Now I have to subscribe.
That's how they get you.
Oh my god! So, by the way, you bringing up the toaster oven thing?
Oh no!
All right. So let me tell you, Mina did something horrible to me.
She threw a toaster oven while in the bathtub with you?
While I was in the bath, yeah. No,
hot potato, bitch.
No. So last year for Christmas, my parents were like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I took forever thinking of something because I was like, I got everything I want, you know. I'm just fucking doing so great for myself. No,
Lamborghini Urus.
no. So I was like, I want a panini press, right? So they got me one. I brought it home, and then Mina hid it in a cupboard for the last year, and I just found it.
Wow.
She didn't tell me we had it. So, bro, I've had paninis for lunch every day this week.
You said it was a George Foreskin?
No, it's a panini press. And you can make fucking...
I love how you blame Mina. It's like you didn't look through your cupboards at all in a year.
No.
Like,
Nope.
no. Mina,
shot.
That's not your fault. Logan
I have
needs
no
to do
reason.
some more cooking around the house.
I have no reason to go in that cupboard.
Uh,
None at all. She intentionally hid it from me so that I could not indulge in paninis.
Illuminati hid your panini press. It wasn't Mina.
So there is a quote by Kanye in regards to Illuminati. I'm tired of people pinpointing musicians as the Illuminati. That's ridiculous. We don't run anything. We're celebrities. We're the face of brands. We have to compromise what we say in lyrics so we don't lose money on a contract. That's something that somebody that works for the Illuminati would say. You know,
I think he might be right, though. I hate to say it, but like, if there was an organization like that, they are contracted to the nth degree. All celebrities and
football
musicians.
Stars.
Yeah,
everyone.
I don't think it would be that. If it is an Illuminati thing, it's almost like the Black Skulls or whatever. It's like these high up officials with like old money that have been here. Like their great grandpa had money and was part of you know politics back in the day, and they're still involved, kind of shit. I don't think it's going to be new age, young, because they're more likely to spill shit. You know
Back
what I
when
mean?
Grandpa was selling bricks,
Yeah, bricks.
literal
Yeah.
bricks. No, literal bricks.
Cocaine?
No, like clay.
Oh no, I'm talking more like old oil money and shit, you know. But I mean, he might got. I'm just saying because even Jim Carrey made a thing about that too, and talking about it that a lot of these younger musicians and artists and celebrities in general, they couldn't keep their mouth shut. Shit, they can't. They can't keep their leaked porn off the fucking internet, let alone talking about the Illuminati.
I mean, again, that's fine.
Logan's
by
like,
me.
he's not wrong. I mean,
He's got a point.
I'm reading more into what he said, and I'll be honest. I think Yee is a fucking. He's a moron.
Sociopath.
His song "Graduation" is so he says, "quote Graduation was an innovation. 808s and Heartbreak was an innovation. The song N-Words in Paris," and he actually said it, but I'm white, was an innovation. Only One was an innovation. 4 or 5 Seconds was an innovation. I care about innovating. I don't care about capitalizing off something that we've seen or heard 1,000 times. I'm not a capitalist in that way. I'm an innovator. That's my job. No, you're a musician that made songs.
But he did, if you think about it as a whole, him and his music career, he did innovate and change hip hop in a sense since when we were alive, even.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, he is an innovator. I don't disagree with that statement at all.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's very big-headed about it. But
Absolutely.
He's allowed to be.
He's full of himself.
He's a billionaire, right?
He's narcissistic.
He's. I don't know. Can we stop talking about Ye? I think he's overrated.
Well, did you want to
No,
talk
I
about Eric
think
Carter?
he definitely changed the game, so to speak. I mean, it was like I think his music was a sign of a change of the times. Like when
Right.
we were growing up, hip hop kind of changed a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
From like, well, I guess when we were growing up, we're like between our youth is between, I feel like, 2 generations of hip hop.
Agreed.
Like you've got like Tupac, Biggie, like that kind of generation, because we were already out of the 80s hip hop and rap, coming into the 90s super strong, and then like the early thousands, I feel like,
is when it
really
took a change.
changed. Yeah,
Mhm.
and became more like hip pop. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like would be the best way for me to describe it. And I think that Kanye was probably partially responsible for that.
The Lord
agree.
the Lord goes by many names in the Bible, most being titles of respect and difference. That's why in 2006, West took blasphemy to another level by appearing on the cover of Rolling Stone wearing a crucifixion of Jesus image, basically the thorn and barb crown with blood dripping down his face on the 2006 Rolling Stone cover.
He wore it on a t-shirt.
He thinks
A
he's
t-shirt or on himself?
no, well, like the Rolling
I don't
Stone released
think-
an article about
Again,
him
I'm
in 2006,
not-
but the cover was Kanye
Yeah.
wearing the thorn hat, whatever,
Right.
on his head. Yeah. Basically
think-
considering himself as Jesus.
I don't think he's doing that. I'm going on a limb here. He has come out more religious, right, with his more gospel music and everything else.
Oh.
I don't think he wanted it to be interpreted as him saying he's the Messiah or that he's going through that. I mean, it can be interpreted in different ways, but I don't think that's what his point was trying to get at. I don't know his point, and I don't want to speak on behalf of him, but I don't think that's where he was going at, trying to be like full on blasphemy, because like he's super religious now, and I mean, someone that's that religious wouldn't all of a sudden just be like, you know what, I'm actually the Messiah, I'm the Son of God, fuck you all. I don't see that happen.
No, because he wouldn't bear false idols either.
Yeah, he wouldn't do any
But
of it.
no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're getting into the nitty gritty now for sure.
Right.
But there was a comment in chat from Chaotic. Appreciate your input, Chaotic. Says Paul, this is directed at you. Did you bring up McCamey Manor? And so I was curious what the heck that was, and I'm going to
Damn
give you the
it.
opportunity. But I looked it up and I was like, it
Yeah.
says it's an American haunted house
It is.
attraction.
It
And
is.
where survival horror style
It
events are
is.
enacted.
So
What the
I
heck is
promised
that?
him I was going to talk about it, and I completely forgot. I pulled up something else I was going to talk about today. So I know who you are, and I'm not going to vote you say your name out or blurt it out, but I'm sorry, I didn't do the research I was wanting to do on this, but it is a crazy. We just passed Halloween, right? And all of us, I've worked at a haunted house. I went to a couple of them, and we've talked about them on the Halloween special, kind of. And then he brought this up to my attention. I did not know this existed, but there is a manor. Say it again, Logan.
McCamey Manor. It's in Tennessee.
In Tennessee, yes, where you pay and you have to sign a 52-page document and you have to read it out loud, stating that you read it. Where torture is legal, they will legally torture you.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, they will literally torture you, like, bite you, draw blood, pull off fingernails. Like,
that's the one I was talking about bruised ribs. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's messed up.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Be warned, McCamey Manor is not your standard haunted house. This is an audience participation event in which you will live your own horror movie. A rough, intense, and truly frightening experience. You must be in great health to participate.
Yep.
Last year's haunt was absolutely nothing compared to the new McCamey Manor. Let's see, what else can we pull out of here? Can last up to 6 hours.
Oh.
You'll be mentally and physically challenged until you reach your personal breaking point.
They'll make you mentally and physically challenged, or
people have PTSD from this place, dude. Like getting physical, like seeking help because of what this place did to them.
That sounds like a good time.
You cannot in any way return contact, but our actors will come in contact with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you become rowdy, you'll be removed.
So it's a strip club. They're allowed to put their tits in your face, jiggle them, but you're not allowed to touch.
I don't think it's like
the waiver process for dissent will last 2 hours.
Wait, what? What's that mean? What?
You have to read out the entire waiver. You have to read it out loud in front of someone with a
2
witness
hours
stating that you acknowledge that you're okay with this, and then you can sign it. It's not just like, here's your 52-page waiver. If you read it, sign it. It's like someone has to be present and listen to you read it out loud. Then you can sign it and go forth with this process.
Do you think you'd have to have a pretty hard kink for pain to do this, or would you, as who you are, do that right now? Would you do it?
No, I could never. No, I would never do it.
There's an episode on Netflix about this. It's called we've talked about this before. Dark tourism. You remember when we discussed that? And I mentioned the Dark Tourist Netflix show.
Yeah.
This is episode 8.
Oh.
So if anybody's curious to learn more about this, you can watch it on Netflix.
Do you think the worst thing, like as far as pain, right? So mentally, it's a different story. Mentally, somebody's going to break in a different way.
Dude, they pull your teeth, Connery.
Oh,
people's teeth were pulled.
I didn't know that. I was thinking toenails or fingernails. I was like, I've pulled my own nail out before with the pair of pliers.
But like it was already a dead nail, Connery. This isn't a living attached fingernail that they're ripping off of you, or your tooth that is intact and rooted in your skull, and they're ripping it out of your mouth with no anesthesia.
Ugh, yeah, no, that doesn't sound that fun.
No, that's horrifying.
How many people do you think do this every year?
A lot, enough where they sell out every year.
Russ McCamey hires employees with violent histories and makes people ingest pills that cause hallucinations.
Oh shit! So they go full out balls to the wall. They're like, you're gonna be tripping.
Berserker shit.
You're tripping.
Some people
balls.
have had to seek professional psychiatric help and medical care for extensive injuries.
Yep.
Wow
is right. It's literally they are getting away with legal torture. Legal torture.
So, question: consider the cast members. What kind of person and mental state do they have to be in to do this to others? Well, realistically, you said people with prior convictions, right?
Yeah. So
Logan?
This is okay. So I'm reading this from the Washington Post, and these are statements from individuals. Nice. I cannot confirm or deny whether or not these are true because there's no evidence backing them. However, people are claiming that they're basically drugging people and torturing them.
Yep.
And you sign up to do it.
Do you think they
and they get away with it because people sign up for it? Like it's like you are signing away your rights in a sense for a time being.
I know they pull stuff off of you and out of you, but do they put stuff into you?
I don't know, Connery, and I'm scared to find out.
Like, do you think you'll walk out with a broom handle up your ass? Like,
it's different for every person, though.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what that person wants to do to the
Or what
person
your
that comes
fear
in.
is.
What are you scared of?
Yeah.
Oh man, probably
Scared of birds, it's
Teletubbies.
terrifying.
And they put you under hypnosis too to find out. So you can't lie about it.
That would be so cool. I would love
No,
to.
it wouldn't.
I'd at least do it up to the point of like signing the consent waivers. I probably wouldn't sign them. I'd read them just to know like what the process is to get up to it. If they're hypnotizing you to figure out your deepest, darkest fears, I'd love to know it. I honestly like.
Okay, but here's my problem. What happens
know.
if you have a male or a woman where their deepest fear is being raped
And they rape you,
and they rape you?
then you're
What if
getting
they
raped.
just hypnotize
I
you to
guess.
make you think that you've been raped?
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't think of that.
well, you're getting drugged. So I would imagine your mental cognitive ability to be hypnotized is harder when you're tripping balls.
Would it be, or would it be easier because you're more open? I feel like because was acid and shrooms and stuff was in
Used for
studied.
suggestion.
Used for as a drug that they could potentially use as like a truth serum.
Mind
Imagine,
The
control.
original, yeah.
No,
Imagine-
that's what LSD was invented for, was for mind control. Well,
Exactly.
okay, it was happened upon, and then somebody said, oh, you know what this would be good for?
mind control, and they tested it on a bunch
Exact.
of military people.
MK Ultra. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
That's why I forgot all about that. I really am such a shitty friend.
It
He
is.
literally told me.
It is like a safe
where
place for serial killers and other criminals to live out their desires legally. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein should have done this instead of rape little kids.
Okay, I don't, guys.
there's lines and you cross
You
them.
can't like go and murder someone and burn them alive here. All right, that's not.
You're right.
We're
They
not, they're
can't
not.
They can't die.
Jeffrey didn't.
You
do
have
that
to
either.
be over the age of 21. You
21.
can't they can't commit crimes against you aside from like assault.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Like
it.
they can't murder people or rape people or like there is a line.
They could
Like, you
probably
rape assault though.
they could probably disfigure you though, right?
Well, I mean, obviously they have. People said that they had to get mental or physical help from this. So, I mean, yeah.
If
they
they're
could
pulling
fuck
out
you
your
up.
teeth, they're disfiguring you. I'm sure they could definitely like burn your feet. You know,
Oof,
or
that's-
your
that actually
your
would be
balls. Shit, imagine them.
terrible.
They
Pain
could.
Olympics all over
I
again.
mean,
Stop
is
it.
They
it
take-
illegal for you to burn your own feet?
No.
No,
Is it illegal for you to? It is illegal for you to kill yourself, technically.
Yes, it is.
yeah.
So you can't do that.
So you can't kill other people because you can't kill yourself legally.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like you can't go there and be killed legally because you can't kill yourself legally. So you can't sign a waiver saying someone else can do it to you because you can't do it to yourself.
Who do you think
Correct.
has a larger
But
waiver?
if you can pull your own, like I can pull my own fingernails off legally if I wanted to. I don't know what kind of crazy I'd have to be to do that. So by that same precedent, then I could sign up to have
But
someone else do it to me, right?
Where's the line drawn? I guess I would love to see this 52 page or whatever thing that you have to read through, because like if they're okay with teeth and fingernails, what stops them from an eyeball or something? Like
shoving shards of glass into your tank.
Well, I
Oh,
think
stop.
I think there is like a safe word though. Like I
Oh,
think
there is.
you determine
Ooh.
when it stops.
God.
Logan,
Amoeba.
Logan,
Pineapple.
What would be your safe word?
Yours would be
Pineapple.
It would be, you fucking
Pineapple.
swinger.
What's yours, Paul?
It'd probably be amoeba or something weird like that. I don't know.
Mine would probably be I like it. They're just fucking. They have your dick on a clamp and they're pulling it away from your body, and you're like, I like it, and they're like, what the fuck? They're like, are you sure?
That's a safe word, dude. Oh shit.
Shit. And you're just.
See, and that's why mine is pineapple.
Everyone's is pineapple.
In
You're not
what
fucking
context?
special.
What context would I ever actually say pineapple?
What would be the weirdest word as a safe word, though? Like, what would be the absolute weirdest word as a safe word?
Hocus pocus? I don't fucking know.
I'm coming.
Abracadabra?
Alakazam. What's I'm thinking of Harry Potter spells? Luminos.
Avada
Ruby Rack?
Raggy.
Oh god.
Oh no. Well, I'm sorry. I forgot all about that. That was actually when I called you guys and I was like, I have something I want to talk about on the podcast. That was it. And that's not even what I fucking did.
I love the chat right now.
What are they saying? I'm not
My
even looking at
fucking
it right
so
now.
my wife's in the chat right now, and she went to say motherfucker, but it like prompted me to block the word because it's a swear word. So she comes in and then does M0TH3R. She's like motherfucker, but she uses other shit. Oh god,
Oh, that's great.
she's a proper 12-year-old COD troll.
You gotta get her into God, dude. That'd be great. I can imagine Lauren just cussing out fucking 12-year-olds.
So
What are you doing? Are you what?
last night as we were fucking getting just railed by all those kids, and we were
That's
railing kids
not
ourselves.
a sentence I needed to hear today.
No, last night we were getting just destroyed, and I was cussing, but Lauren was sitting on the couch, right? And she could just hear me swearing nonstop, right? And it would be but she couldn't hear what was going on, the gunshots, me dying repetitively, and she just is sitting there laughing because she,
fuck me, fuck you, dude.
I'm like, shit, motherfucker. Come, you bitch, you fuck bitch, come. And she's like, it sounds like you have Tourette's. Like you're just I was
That's
like,
Call of Duty. It does that to you.
oh no, that we played again today, but yeah, no, I'm loving this. I've never been a first person shooter type of guy. Like I've played, COD and Black Ops Zombies back in the day, but I'm really enjoying this. I enjoy it more than Apex.
Ouch! Don't say that.
I said it. Logan's still going on. Any other quotes or anything that you're finding that's?
I know he's our Jamie. He's going deep right now. He's searching.
This is there's some stuff.
Well, we might as well
She
drop.
arrived covered in bruises with scratches inside her mouth
Oh God.
from fish hooking.
Oh God.
She was blindfolded, submerged by her ankles in water,
Oh,
buried
God.
alive with only a straw to breathe through.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's terrifying.
Other participants described being forced to eat their own vomit.
Wait a second. She was fish hooked, buried alive, and then submerged, all within a 6 hour time span.
Yeah, she was submerged upside down in water by her ankles.
Buried alive and then fish hooked in the mouth. That's what do you think happened first? Do you think she was fish hooked in the mouth first and then had to breathe through a straw?
Ooh.
That sounds painful. That doesn't sound fun at all.
I mean, I'm surprised. Do they have monitors? Like, how do they know? Like, oh, she's dead. Or
They
like, oh,
they record the entire thing so that they have evidence of exactly what happened.
Do they put like an Apple Watch on them and make sure that their heart's still beating?
right.
I don't know. There was one time where somebody was tortured and passed out multiple times, but they only stopped because they thought he died.
Huh.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, people, please
he
don't.
offered a $20,000 prize for anyone who could complete the challenge, and no one ever completed it.
That's a good question. Lauren's asking, how do you say a safe word when all you have is a straw to breathe through? You're just like,
Fair enough.
Motherfucker.
No, it's not happening.
No.
Yeah, like how do you? Like you'd have to pass out or go to the point of asphyxiation where they remove you, and then like there's so many loopholes here that
I'm not
scary.
saying I'm absolutely like fucked in the head, but I would probably if I was one of the cast guys that was torturing somebody and I was demented and fucked in the head, I'd probably just go and break their jaw first, right? That way, the safe word's not really a concern, and you could just do whatever. Yeah. Just saying, like, that's probably why they're burying them with a straw and fish hooking their mouth. Those are the fucked ones.
Guess just don't. If your concern is about not being able to say a safe word, then don't go.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Don't do it. Just do it.
Just don't
This
go.
is like liabilities asking to happen. Like it won't surprise me if someone accidentally dies on their watch.
Yeah, good luck explaining that to your insurance agent.
Right.
How would that phone call go? Your wife, significant other, your family
Would
member
you
calls
get
them.
insurance money then though? Because like you signed a waiver, so like
you literally signed away the liability.
What do you think?
Or you assumed the risk rather would be.
Oh, that's terrible.
My
That's
wife
a shitty
is.
way to go.
She said, "I sleep right next to that face at night." Oh, right next to him at night, face palm.
Oh,
I'm coming.
I
for
sleep
you.
on that face at night. What?
Sometimes.
So we might as well jump into the last thing.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
This was kind of cool, and this is what I wanted to talk about, and I thought was interesting. So you know how every couple of years there's always like a leak on our government and what they're working on as next generation weapons.
Yeah,
There's
like-
always like that one.
Yeah.
So you guys remember the SR-71 Blackbird
Yeah, the
during the 80s, 70s, and 80s? Like
Yeah.
X-Men had it as their plane too. It was our creme de la creme, top of the line spy fighter jet that we had, right? So Lockheed and Martin had to answer a lot of questions because some information was leaked about the SR-72 son of the Blackbird that they were designing, and it wasn't supposed to be released yet. They started making it or started development plans in 2018, and their idea was to have it ready by 2030. Now, if we know anything about the military, like what they did with the 71 Blackbird, they gave us a timeline after it was already done. The build happened, and they're like, oh, and by the way, here's the timeline for it. Nope, it's actually already in the sky, and we're already using it. So just keep that in mind. So the information for the Lockheed Martin's SR-72 Blackbird, or son of the Blackbird, was released. One, this machine is absolutely a game changer. So not only is it going to be able to be piloted, it is also going to be unpiloted because it has two different types of combustion engines in it. So it has the same combustion engine as the first 71 Blackbird, but so that you're able to do it at high speeds and low altitudes. But then it has a new twin where it's able to go above Mach 7. Now, obviously, if you hit this, this is for like it's an unpiloted option. So this aircraft is supposed to be able to do hypersonic and travel anywhere in the world within an hour.
Nice.
On top of that, it's able to launch hypersonic missiles at that speed. Think about that. Usually, if you drop a missile and you're at that speed, the missile will instantaneously hit, and then it'll have some type of a force and usually explode. So we're already working on hypersonic missiles for this hypersonic plane. So you're going to be able to take vertically off. So you can have vertical takeoff. So it can literally land and take off anywhere. It's going to be able to do Mach 7 and have quick turnaround so it can pull over 20 Gs.
Do you think so? Here's a good question. And this is we're in the tin hat section right now. Slurspiracies. By the way, we're coining that fucking term. Slurspiracies is our fucking
TM,
word.
bitch.
TM, motherfucker. It's already trademarked. Don't even try to fuck with it. I'll kill you. Actually, no. Anyways,
can't because it's trademarked, bitch.
I'll have you sign a waiver before I kill you. Anyways, the past 2-3 years we've been seeing all of these videos surfacing of these lighted objects that are literally just stationary in the air, and then they just immediately take off. They go in different directions. They do acrobatics that people and even the military have said that's not possible. That's why it's considered a UFO. Do you think it's them testing either this or something else?
Here's the thing that's different. So some of the objects that we've had in video surveillance have been going well above that Mach 7 range. So that's why I don't think some of them are us. Now, the triangles that we've been seeing look scary identical to this SR-72, son of the Blackbird. If you guys Google it, you can see what this picture is. It's a flying triangle. That's literally what it is. It's actually kind of glorious looking. And then there is no windows in it, right? There are no windows. It is all LED screens on the side of inside the cockpit. So you don't have to worry about any different type of air pressure or cracks into the fuselage or the hull itself. But I think it's kind of crazy that we're going away from, it has the option to have a pilot, right? It does. But if we're going to use it for the stealth fighter that we're building this, more than likely it's going to be drone powered, because you're going to be able to do, Mach 7 and pull stupid Gs that would absolutely turn our body into slush.
You can go Mach 7, though.
Yes.
Like a human body can withstand Mach 7.
But not the G-force of that many Gs. If you're able to do a turn at Mach 7, normally it would take miles. You'd take half the circumference of the planet to turn. This is going to be able to do it where it's doing G-forces that would absolutely kill us. So that's why it's going to be able to be unmanned as well.
I just wanted to clarify because I don't know for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, Tom Cruise did it in the new movie, dude. You didn't know that?
Yeah, that cracked me up.
The new movie, man. Yeah, the new Maverick. But with this, I was going to say, because we've talked about, I love that you brought that up, Connery, about UAPs and UFOs and stuff, but it looks eerily like some of these floating triangles that we've seen.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. Yeah,
exactly. So maybe you're right. Some of these UAPs have been us testing out these next generation or 7th generation fighter planes, or planes in general. So I mean, they're talking about a whole new propulsion system. It's using dual, so it has the original old one. We're able to do low, normal fly for a 6th-gen fighter jet. It's going to be, but it apparently has a new propulsion system for these new twin engines. I don't know what it is. It doesn't go into depth of what it is. So that brings up the next question on Solarspiracy. Do you think we did have aliens and we took their technology, like reverse engineered?
I was about to ask that. Yeah.
This shit to get to where we are now. If we're gonna have, because like this shit's out then. In past history, when this information's leaked, the plane's already in the sky.
Yeah, 2013 was so SR-71, which was retired in 1998.
Right.
It's been delayed on the waiting hypersonic technologies. So hypersonic is essentially
It's been around.
the propulsion that they're looking at.
Yeah.
So it's a turbine engine mixed with a dual mode ramjet engine. The dual mode ramjet accelerates the vehicles up to hypersonic speeds. They also have a common nozzle on it. The turbine engine and ramjets are fed through a single inlet nozzle to significantly reduce drag. That's pretty cool. Work on the hypersonic successor of the SR-71 began nearly 20 years ago. Soon after the Blackbird retired from service, the U.S. Air Force announced the work on a scaled demonstrator in 2013. So in 2013 is when they announced that they were working on the hypersonic version of it.
But then they said in 2018 that they started building it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was leaked. But now this is said, people are saying that this thing's already in the sky. But I think the thing that's cool is they took the similar textiles on the space shuttle, which is a mixture of like high carbon, ceramic, metal mixtures. And so this plane is able to go into lower orbit almost, or high orbit, and go supersonic. So it can go around the planet in no time. Like you can hit any point on the planet Earth in an hour. Think about that.
I wonder if,
insanity.
like you guys mentioned, reverse engineering alien technology.
Right.
And I feel like that question could be asked about like industrial revolution, electricity,
Microwaves.
you know what I mean? But I kind of started thinking about, I wonder if some of the lag in development for this technology has been because different departments didn't want to share secrets with each other. Like NASA doesn't want to go tell the Air Force X, Y, and Z, so that to help them figure out how to wage war, because what they want to do is explore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at the same time, they're government agencies. You know what I mean? Like they're government agencies, so you would think they would want to cooperate, but also look at the FBI and the CIA.
Well, it's because they step on each other's toes and they're not supposed to be. You have one that's international and one that's home.
But wouldn't the Air Force be stepping on toes if they were taking this sort of interplanetary technology from NASA?
Right.
Well, this is a third-party military contractor.
Third party, yeah. It's Lockheed.
Oh, is it?
Lockheed
Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing we've talked about this before with what is it? In Area 51, the Route 4 or the what is it? Help me. The one that freaking, what's his name? I'm having such a problem. Bob Lazar was at.
Oh, yeah.
Special Route 4, whatever. He was saying that they were privatized companies that were hired by the government to go into Area 51. I mean, what if Lockheed Martin is one of these companies that has alien technology and is allowed to like reverse engineer it for the benefit of the United States government?
I mean, so Lockheed is a weapons development specialist, right? They specialize in building aerotech and weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it would make sense that you have a staging area that does teardowns, evaluations, and all that of alien technology. So imagine Area 51 kind of being a R&D of taking apart this technology and then allowing military contractors to come in and basically say, oh, I've got a piece here that does hypersonic. Let me go ahead and this piece, I could probably build something that could go around it that would do this. And then having other third-party contractors that can come in and say, you know, this would make a really good device for like a shake weight, you know? So that's why you started getting the shake weight out, and that's alien tech. Like the bunny ears vibrators. Those are probably alien tech. Look at them. They're fucking weird. But no, I mean, any third party, you could realistically, if there's a good NDA involved, there's good waivers involved. Why not? And then
why not? I mean, I doubt Area 51 itself is the location now, since it's so blown up. I mean, who knows? We might have a full-on mountain that's hollowed out in the Rockies, and that's where it's at. Like, we don't know.
I just feel like what is the first thing that happens when you have an American jet or helicopter go down overseas? What is the first thing that happens?
The Chinese take it.
No, what is other than that? What do they do now to prevent other parties from taking
They
their
blow it
technology?
the fuck up.
So we're advanced enough to know to blow up our shit, but aliens aren't.
Exactly.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That is my whole problem with the reverse engineering of alien technology. Do you really think that if they were watching us because they're further advanced than us, that they would just be like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just let's see what they do with it. Let's see what they do with it."
That makes
Oh, they
sense.
bombed Japan. Okay.
Fucking Logan coming in here with fucking decent
Fucking facts.
facts.
Never given them anything nice again.
Just poke it with a stick.
I don't know, man. That is my whole issue with,
You're not
I-
wrong.
I can kind of agree with that too.
you know?
I've never
But
thought
maybe
about it
they're
from that
not
angle.
as advanced as we think. Maybe they're just a little bit farther than us. Who knows? Maybe it is us.
Or
We've had
maybe
that
we have higher IQs and they just have better tech, you know?
Well, you also
Maybe they just got lucky and some stupid person left their high advanced tech with them and now they're coming here like, I don't know how to fly this ship, but here we are.
at the same time
You got water.
you're looking at it from a sense of, did this group of aliens or whatever come from a planet, or are they a natural space using organic, space technology, and they're simple people just traveling, right? Or simple aliens just traveling, and they're not
They just
advanced.
jump on a rock.
It's just what they are.
It's just simple quantum processing.
Yeah, they just, it's sort of
yeah,
like,
just simple quantum processing.
okay,
Shit.
here's a great
Physics
great
is
analogy. Look at fucking Thor. Look at Thor. They're traveling space and time. He's a god. Everyone there is.
Comparing a comic book to real life.
I'm just saying.
physics.
Yeah, we are. We're aliens. Are you saying aliens are real life?
I mean, there is always a possibility for everything.
There's a possibility Thor actually exists,
I'm pagan.
and he's being pulled by goats.
I don't know about
think
goats.
I'm ready.
It pulls
to
you
jump
off? Oh my
out the
God.
window.
Oh fuck! But no, okay. So you have somebody that their entire existence, they're used to it. That is what it is. That is just, yeah. They have floating ships. They're on a planet that is flat. We don't know. Fuck. They
Well, what
could
if
just
their
be traveling.
technology gets so damaged they can't connect to that ship, and next thing you know, it's lost on this shitty planet. And they're not going to go back because they could potentially start a revolution or start a fucking scare upon this planet. And who knows? There's so many fucking what ifs in this kind of a question. Like that's why it's a conspiracy. There's so many what ifs.
We're gonna go
Just
ahead
ask
and
Grogu.
let's go ahead
Hey, Grogu.
and answer this one question, and then
Are
we're
you
gonna call
alive?
it a night.
It blinked. It fucking blinked.
No, it didn't. I'm gonna watch it back. You liar.
It blinked.
What if aliens are a generation of humans from Earth that have become so advanced or reach ascension that they are trying to give us the tech to get to where they are or reach the same achievements?
We've talked about that. On
We
past podcasts. We have that the possibility of the UAPs are us. I actually like that better. I
That
hate
makes
to
more
say it.
sense.
I hate to say it, but then it also pedes. People are like, "Well, that makes it seem like we're the only life in the galaxy, in the universe again." And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're very far out in old space, right? So like we're very far out there compared to other galaxies that are closer to where the Big Bang happened and that have much more time to advance compared to us. So like the realistic possibility of it's someone else coming to us or it's us, I think us sounds more probable personally.
What are we?
If it is us, though, wouldn't it kind of destroy their chances?
Unless
If-
it's like Tomorrow War where they're coming back, they're like, we're fucked. We got to go back and make ourselves even more advanced. And they're trying to nudge us along.
And they're like, man, I forgot how stupid we fucking were.
Yeah, 21st century people are retarded.
Great. Now I have to edit this podcast.
Damn it!
Damn it, Paul.
we got over an hour in.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin quote. What are you talking about?
Oh god. All right, guys,
Uh,
thank you so much for listening to Drunkscussions podcast. It's been a great episode. Thank you, Logan and Paul. Yeah, if you guys want to listen to us, you can find us wherever podcasts can be found. You can also find us on YouTube on Saturdays. You can watch us live on Twitch on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Lauren, same but different. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much. We love you. Peace.
You're the reason we do it.